Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So, as I've said before, my theory is that a lot of Republicans believe that all Democrats are these evil, baby-eating, satanic, adrenochroming pedophiles because some of them are into that kind of stuff and they think of themselves as good people. So they figure, well, if I'm sexually assaulting minors or looking at child porn and I'm this awesome, God-fearing Christian, then the evil pro-choice Democrats must be doing the same thing. They must be violating children. They're not as good of a person as I am. So, you had the one Sean McHugh guy who was just charged for assaulting officers on January 6th. And he was at the Capitol yelling at the cops through a bullhorn saying that, oh, you guys like protecting pedophiles? And then we come to find out, oh, not only was he accused of beating the hell out of his girlfriend on multiple occasions, but he's also been arrested for driving under the influence numerous times. Oh, and by the way, he's a freaking pedophile. He was literally convicted of statutory rape for having sex with a 14-year-old child when he was 23. So it's all projection. It's all projection and deflection with these people. Well, now we have more evidence to prove this fact and my theory. A popular QTuber, which is what they're called when they're into QAnon, his name is Philip Godlewski, I believe is how you pronounce it. He has over 48,000 subscribers and followers on YouTube and Telegram. And he makes a lot of money spreading these insane Q theories. And he flat out lies. As an example, on January 6th, this Godlewski guy told his Facebook followers that Vice President Mike Pence had been arrested, that he was in cuffs. And then more recently, he furthered this whole QAnon insanity about satanic rituals involving children. He told his audience that there's an international cabal of people and they're torturing children so you can, quote, drink their blood to get high. That's a direct quote, okay? Why and how a child's blood would make someone high, I don't know, but apparently they have all the evidence. And this guy has wormed his way into the presence of some pretty high-profile people like Mike Flynn. So this guy, he's well known in these circles. But Godlewski, like Sean McHugh and so many others that are hypocrites, he was indicted for numerous crimes involving a 15-year-old child when he was 28. In 2010, when Godlewski was working as a basketball coach, entrusted with children, he apparently had a sexual relationship with a student at the school where he was working. And the details are just gross. They're vomit-inducing. Godlewski used the death of her boyfriend to get close to her. And evidently, in addition to coaching basketball, he also worked on the side as a realtor. So he would take this young girl to the properties that were listed for sale, like vacant properties, I guess, and that's where he would have sex with her. And then he gave this child a diary. And prior to giving it to her, he wrote in it. And his entry read, quote, realized that you're only 15, but quickly stopped caring. Yeah, you don't say. This is a guy who's pushing these QAnon conspiracies about Democrats being pedophiles. Just let that sink in. So as a result of what he did with this 15-year-old child, he was indicted on charges that included statutory sexual assault, aggravated indecent assault, and numerous other crimes. Now, here's why these pedophiles quickly stop caring about the age of their victims. The bastard prosecutors allowed him to take a plea deal, and he got off with a slap on the wrist. They allowed him to plead guilty to only one count of corruption of a minor, and he was given 3 months of house arrest. Not even 3 months in prison, 3 months of house arrest. Oh, and then 20 months of probation. That's it. For violating a child, for destroying her life, which she's not even going to realize until years down the road. And like so many of these people, Godlewski must believe that he's above the law because he was just sentenced to 1 month in prison for another crime. He wrote a check for $21,000 for granite countertops and other building materials. The problem is he only had $267.95 in his bank account. He knew he only had less than $300 in his bank account when he wrote that check. So he knew it was going to bounce. And then when the company called him out about it, he made matters worse. He tried to then cover it up. He actually used some sort of software to try to falsify his bank statements to make it appear as though he had $35,000 in that account. And think about what his consequences say about our values as a society. He gets a month in prison, has to go to jail for a month for a bounce check, but 3 months of home confinement. So basically 3 months of vacation where he sits around watching TV, eating like a glutton, playing on the internet, being a troll on Twitter, I'm sure. 3 months of home confinement and probation for destroying a child's life. And QLoon World, they still love this guy. They're sending him money for his legal fees for this latest check thing. And he has them convinced that the only reason he's in trouble with the law again is because of the deep state. Oh, they're trying to silence him about the pedophile Democrats. While he's telling these people, oh, please help me with my legal fees because, the deep state, they're after me. They're after me for exposing pedophilia. In the meantime, the guy's a freaking pedophile and he's a thief. Of course he's a Trump supporter. Oh, allegedly. I'm sorry, allegedly, Trump is a thief and a pedophile who raped a 13-year-old at Epstein's New York mansion. Allegedly. I happen to know her attorney, her final attorney, and spoke with her myself, but it's allegedly. And they only dropped the case because Trump supporters sent her and her family so many death threats. But it's allegedly. This is who is perpetuating these vile, repugnant conspiracy theories. I mean, there are decent people who have bought into it, but the high-profile people, it has come out over and over again that these high-profile QAnon people, so many of them are criminals, they're pedophiles themselves, they're complete hypocrites, they're complete con artists. It's unbelievable. Well, almost unbelievable. In Trump world today, anything is believable. Anyway, guys, if I hear any more on this or any of these other con artists, I will let you know. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Take care. I'll talk with you soon.